The NNSCRA Offline and Online Racing at its best presents Speed World. Welcome one, welcome all to Season 1 of the NNSCRA IROC Series, the return of the NNSCRA IROC Series, as 12 identically prepared Dodge Challenger cars for the Men Cup 19 mod is ready to go here for racing for 30 laps around this track for round number 1 at Daytona International Speedway. This will be a 4-round series, and this series includes the 12 drivers that finished in the top 12 in last season's NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series point standings here. If you watch Seth Cole's series, the Duracell Cup Series, well, you'll know what I mean, and you'll know where you finished in the series. So you'll know if you're one of the 12 that finished in the points or not. Well, you'll know what I mean. But the car numbers are for this race only at Daytona is determined by which finishing position they finished in the points chase in the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series, and from there on out, it's the winner of this race. Well, the finishing order of this race will actually start in reverse order at Talladega Super Speedway, the next race afterwards, or next race on the tour, and then it'll be the same way in round number 3 at Michigan Speedway, and then the last round at Watkins Glen. They'll start by where they're at in the points currently after the race at Michigan. So you'll see what I mean as this race goes on. So from there, so that said, here's the starting lineup for today's running of the NNSCRA IROC Series round number 1 at Daytona. In the front row, the pole sitter for this event here, driving the lime green Dodge Challenger. It is the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series champion, Charles Sanford, Season 6 Duracell Cup Series champion. He'll be driving a lime green car starting on the pole. Outside of him is Destin Bowen in car number 2. He is driving the bright blue car. He finished number 2 in the points. Finishing number 3 in the points and starting 3rd in this event is Jack Dunnard driving the orange car for this event. He'll be here today at Daytona. Beside him, finishing number 4 in the points, it is the purple machine of Michael Norman, the man who runs the NNSCRA Budweiser All-Pro Series. Row number 3 has car number 5, finishing number 5 in the points in NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. Driving the matte car, it is Laura Chung. Starting outside of Laura Chung, driving the cream-colored car is Kyle Matthews. He finished number 6 in the points chase last season in Duracell Cup. He also won at Michigan, by the way, too. He won at Michigan in the Duracell Cup Series, I might add. Starting in the 4th row, in the powder blue number 7, it is Keith Batson. Usually a Ford guy, but he has no choice but to drive the Dodges, obviously, here in IROC. He'll be alongside number 8 finisher in Duracell Cup Series last season. It is the gold color machine of Mitchell Collins. Going to row number 5, excuse me, finishing 9th in the points, driving the mustard colored car, it is RJ Bishop. He'll be alongside Quentin Moore in car number 10, finishing 10th in the points last season. My Johanna Atwood Motorsports teammate, I might add. He is driving the red car for this event here at Daytona. And starting shotgun in row number 6, finishing 11th in the points last season, is Nick Gunther. He'll be driving the white car in this event. And starting shotgun in car number 12, the 12th place finisher in the points. Driving the paint car, it is Allison Liara driving that machine. So that is your starting lineup for round number 1 of the NNSCRA IROC Series at Daytona International Speedway. And the command will be given to you here in just a moment. Command given the party engines as we're racing here today at Daytona International Speedway here. As the pace car is built off a pit road for the green flag. We'll be ready for the start of the race right after this. Pace car leads in through turns number 3 and 4 right now as they're about to get set for the green flag racing. 30 laps of racing here in round number 1 of the NNSCRA IROC Series, International Race of Champions, featuring the featuring the top 12 finishers from last season's Duracell Cup Series points chase. And here they come. The pace car comes on the pit road. The green flag flags. We're glad to join us here. And let's go racing at Daytona. Interesting to see how these Dodge Challengers will draft here and this track here at Daytona. Remember, they're equally matched machines, as one can make them. As they come off turn number 2, Charles Sanford jumps out in front in the lime green machine as they come down the backstretch here. Already 3 wide. Laura Chung in that mint colored car. Goes 3 wide between her, Jack Dunnard, and the bright blue car of Destin Bolland. Now you got the pair of green cars, top 2 right now as they come through turns number 3 and 4. Start finish line, Charles Sanford leads the first lap of this event here, tallied at 171.605 miles an hour. But don't get used to this pace as they go through turns number 1. As they're already over 200 miles an hour into turn number 1, that time by as they come off the second corner now. There's one of our 3 in-car cameras to this event here. Destin Bolland in the bright blue machine. As you get the look from the top of this machine, he's following Jack Dunnard in the orange machine as they come off turn number 4. Inside lane is moving along very nicely as you see come off turn number 2, kind of the tri-oval to complete the second lap of this race. Our 2 in-car cameras will be carried by Kyle Matthews up ahead in that cream-colored machine, and the car on the inside right there, the red car, Quentin Moore, will also be carrying the in-car camera. There's a look. There's a look right there from Quentin's machine. Snaking down the backstretch here, fanning it out 3 wide as they go down to turn number 3 now. Off turn number 4 they come here. R.J. Bishop now, or I should say not R.J. Bishop, excuse me, Nick Gunther in that white machine right there comes as the leader right now as they come through turn start finish line. And if you know Nick Gunther, he is a very competitive individual here in the no matter what in our series he runs, offline or online for that fact. You race against him online, you'll know how competitive he is. Trust me. But Gunther comes through off turn number 2. Quentin Moore goes to second position. And, Destin Bowen in that bright blue machine there trying to make his way back up the third spot. But here comes Michael Norman and Laura Chung. It's going to make a 3 wide there. Norman in the purple car, Chung in the mint colored car, the mint green machine. And she's got Jack Dunnard pushing her as they come out the 4th quarter. Now Quentin Moore leads him off turn number 4. And here comes Chung to the low side trying to lead that lap over Moore. I don't know if she did or not. And they're saying Quentin Moore did barely by just 100 of a second at the line. So, boy, I tell you what, that would have been the last lap of the race there. That would have been wild. But this is not the last lap here. We are on lap number 5 of this event here at Daytona. Remember the finishing order of this event here at Daytona will be in reverse. We'll start in reverse order at Talladega. So if you finish last, you will start in this race in the number 1 spot. Kind of strange way to start the race here, but that's the way it's going to be here. In the IROC, same thing when they go to Michigan. The finishing order at Talladega will start in reverse order at Michigan. R.J. Bishop led the last time by. Now Keith Batson in that powder blue car goes low side. He'll take the lead here. Batson, usually, as I said, Mr. Ford, as he is known around the NR 2003 community here. But like I said, he gets invited to IROC and he drives the Dodge, and he has no choice but to drive the Dodge Challengers, of course, here. But usually in any NR series, he'll find them driving find them driving Ford anything, no matter what mod we use. They come to start finish line now. Kyle Matthews leads his first lap of the race here as we're on lap number 6 of this, or as we complete lap number 6. We have 24 laps remaining in this event here. In the second position, trying for second, is Mitchell Collins in the gold color cars. They go through turns number 1 and 2 once again. And look at the laps around these cars here. 203, almost 204 miles an hour a lap here at Daytona. So imagine how fast they're going to be at Talladega next and for stop number 2 of this 4-race series. We mentioned races number 2 and 3 will start in reverse order of the finishing order in each event here. But then then we'll look at the points after Michigan, the 3rd stop in the tour here, and they will start in the exact order of how they are running in points coming into Watkins Glen, the finale at Watkins Glen International Raceway. So 3 super speedways and a road course they'll be running on in these cars. And the points will be tallied 1 point per position. So Laura Chung leads them down. Here comes Ali Liara and RJ Bishop 3 wide as they come to the start finish line there, and Laura Chung led the last time by. Averaging over 197 miles an hour here out of these cars. There comes Michael Norman down the low side. He's going to try to lead his first lap over here. So he gets the push from Destin Boland, the bright blue machine. Quentin Moore tries to move his way through the field now in that red car. And he'll have the push from Charles Sanford in the lime green machine and the gold car of Mitchell Collins. And Michael Norman leads his first lap of the race here. As you see Keith Basson trying to make his move on the outside there. He has got Ali Liara, or had Ali Liara pushing him. There's a look from the rear of Quentin Moore's machine, car number 10. There's the roof cam. Looking right there, looking right at the purple car of Michael Norman. Ten laps in the books now. Just an explosive start here at Daytona International Speedway. An exciting start to the NNSCRA IROC Series here, International Race of Champions. And right now it's Michael Norman and Quentin Moore battling to see who will take the lead here. And it's going to be Quentin Moore with the push from Nick Gunther and Kyle Matthews. Nick Gunther, another driver who's loyal to his manufacturer here. He usually drives Mazdas, believe it or not, in the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. And now Kyle Matthews jumps out in front right now as they come off to number 4. He's got Jack Dunnard on the low side in that orange car, trying to make his move to the low side here, but to no avail. Matthews leads that lap. That's number 11 in the books now. 19 laps remaining here at Daytona. And there's Collins and Batson's going to make a hook up to the low side now as RJ Bishop has him in that mustard yellow machine right there to the low side. He's going to try to take the lead away from Kyle Matthews, come up to number 4. And he'll successfully do so. So RJ Bishop goes to the top spot now. Look at all 12 of these cars still running right together. And they're separated by less than 0.4 of a second apart on these machines. That's the nature of plate racing here at Daytona International Speedway. Scattering all over the place here is this Charles Sanford, the pole sitter for this event. Goes low side. He'll try to take the lead away from Keith Batson and Mitchell Collins. They come off to number 4, and he's got his buddy Michael Norman behind him. Now Norman's got Nick Gunther and Destin Bolland both behind them. In the turn number 3 they come here. Quentin Moore moving his way through the field as you jump on board once again. As they come off turn number 4, he's behind Destin Bowen, that bright blue car. As he tries to take the lead away from Nick Gunther that time by. Did he do it that time? Did he lead that lap that time by? I don't know. And it's saying Gunther led the last time by over Destin Bolland. But he's got the push from Quentin Moore, and Moore goes to second position now. And there's the view from Kyle Matthews' perspective from the roof cam of his machine. Quentin Moore's going to pull out there. Matthews is going to try to snake behind him there. Or I thought he's going to stay behind Quentin Moore. He's thinking about falling behind Jack Dunnard in that orange car. Whoa, Matthews caught between a rock and a hard place right there as he's between Dunnard and that mustard color machine of R.J. Bishop. There it is, right there. And all this at over 200 miles an hour out of these machines right there, I tell you. And look at this 3x3x3 right there, sounding like Jeff Gordon when I say that, but as they come down the backstretch now. And Ali Liara, low side right there. Oh, don't do it, Ali. Don't make it 4 wide in turn number 3. This is not going to end well here. As they come off turn number 4 right there, she's trying to push that 9 car of R.J. Bishop, and they somehow made it through that area. 4 wide, and they somehow made it through there. Ali Liara leads her first lap of the race. And if you guys remember, Ali Liara, the driver formerly known as Johnny Gardner, by the way, too, if you remember. Ali finished 12th in the points in Duracell Cup Series last season. That gives her the right to be in this series this season. Going to be a question, of course, for season 2 of IROC here is who's going to be the returning drivers. That's going to be the question. And I guess we'll find out at the end of Season 7 in the Duracell Cup Series competition. Halfway home right now, or actually past halfway home, 17 laps in the books and 13 laps remaining here in round number 1 at Daytona. What has been a very exciting race so far. 17 laps in, and they are averaging just barely over 200 miles an hour. Look at that, 200.094. And the fastest lap of the race so far set by the 12 car of Ali Liara at 204.198 miles an hour. But here comes that gold machine right there. That is Mitchell Collins to the low side. He knows how to get it done on the plate tracks here. In fact, you remember he won a Castrol GTX Cup Series event in the Pepsi 400. One of the seasons, so we ran in the Cup. We ran the Cup 90 mod, I think. It was either Cup 90 or Original Cup. I don't remember which, but anyway, but Mitchell Collins knows how to get it done at Daytona as he comes through turns number 1 and 2. He's got Laura Chung in the mint green machine up behind him. And 3 wide for third position here between Quentin Moore, Jack Dunnard, and Nick Gunther. As they go through turns number 3 and 4 right now, as Moore goes to third position now. And he's got Destin Bowen trying to go behind him, and Bowen goes low side, tries to take third position away from Quentin Moore, and now R.J. Bishop pulls up behind Bowen's machine. Closing up on 10 laps to go here. Caution free so far here at Daytona. Don't want to jinx it. I hope not. But still running right together as they come down the backstretch here as Collins still leads with Chung still second. Here comes Bishop for third position. He's got it. As he brings his mustard-colored Dodge Challenger to the top spot, or to third position now. Speed shot. In the turn number 1, they come here. 10 laps remaining in this event. We'll see in this critical part of the race now as the use the Kenny Rogers line. See if they know how to hold them and know how to fold them. And you can bet 10 laps to go as the chips are down at this point here. Liara goes low side now, try to get herself in a position here. That's a key in this, and that's a key in this kind of series in IROC. Especially in race at Daytona and Talladega here, and you've seen it many times in Duracell Cup Series, is to get themselves in a position to win at any event there. And a lot of times making the move at the right time means making your move at the last nanosecond, if you will. And you can about bet in this kind of series right there, the last move may not come till come off turn number 4 on the last lap coming the checkered flag. Liara dives low side here. Jack Dunard in that orange car, he swings down low and tries to get by Gunther. Michael Norman thought about going with him, but Norman gets shut out by Kyle Matthews now. And bring R.J. Bishop down to the top spot now here as Dunard goes low side. He's got Matthews shoving him. "22 laps in the books, 8 laps remaining here as you ride on board with Kyle Matthews. Destin Bowen, low side there, gets by him, and now Quentin Moore tries to stick his nose to the low side now in that red car. And there's a look from Quentin Moore's machine. Closing way up on that 9 car of Destin Bolins. They come up the 4th turn now. 7 laps to go. And now Keith Batson, low side. He'll take the top spot now. 4 drivers in this field, by the way, too, to give you an idea. 4 drivers in this field. Former Castrol GTX Cup Series champions, one of the series that I do. Keith Batson, the former champion. So it's Charles Sanford, Kyle Matthews, and Quentin Moore. All 4 of them champions. Actually, 5 of them, actually. Ali Liara won a championship when she was Johnny Gardner. So 5 drivers in this field there, former Castrol Cup Series champions. Now Sanford low side, and he'll try to move as he tries to get by Nick Gunther for position. Gunther led the last time by. And now Mitchell Collins, low side, as he tries to get by Batson. 6 laps remaining. Through turns number 3 and 4 they come here as they come off the 4th turn now. Collins low side. Sanford on the high side. Charles Sanford up front now. Collins in second position, I should say. Michael Norman at the 3rd spot now in that purple machine. Now Jack Dunard tries to fight for 4th position. He's got it there with the help of Destin Bowen. Quentin Moore and R.J. Bishop also on the low side now. The red and mustard machines. Riding with Destin Bowen in that bright blue machine. .358 cubic inch engines, developing about 500 horsepower. at about 7,000 RPMs. They really wind them up. Actually, maybe more than 7,000 RPMs, actually. There's a look from inside Destin Bowen's machinery there, and I am right there, 7,000 RPMs. It's how fast they wind these, is how much they wind these engines. Quentin Moore to the low side now, 3 laps to go. There's all 12 of these cars there. You paid your money, now take your choice. Who do you think's going to pull it off? Nick Gunther, low side, the white car. He's got Laura Chung pushing him here. Matthews tries to look inside of RJ Bishop for on the outside of the track here. And whoa, Gunther moves more up the track now as they come off turn number 4 now. Side by side off the 4th turn now, coming to 2 laps to go. Chung's going to try to make it 3 wide. Three wide again. About 2 rows deep. And it's Laura Chung to the top spot now with Norman in the second position. Here comes Ellie Liard to the 3rd spot here. Dunnard and Collins all behind as well too. And here comes Collins low side now, trying to move his way through the field, trying to get himself in position as we talked before. And here comes Norman for the lead. Michael Norman, car number in the purple car. Chung on the high side of that Met car. Here comes Liard to the low side now. Start finish line to come. The white flag is out. 1 lap remaining. Let the shuffle begin at Daytona. Here we go. Michael Norman trying to hold on. Here comes Liard to the low side. 3 wide for the lead. Ali Liard, the paint number 12, out in front now. Here comes Mitchell Collins in the gold car to the low side. Into the 3rd turn now. Mitchell Collins low side is going for the lead now. They're 4 wide. They're turns 3 and 4 now. Here they come out the 4th turn here. Samper and Matthews shoving each other here as they come out the 4th turn now. They make contact with each other. Samper tries to make a shot. Short. Mitchell Collins takes round number 1 of the International Race of Champions at Daytona. And there he is, the gold number 8 of Mitchell Collins. Wins the first race at an average of 201.068 miles an hour. And I tell you, that was a heck of a race to the line. It usually always is at Daytona. But there's your winner of race number 1 of the NNSCRA International Race of Champions, Mitchell Collins. And the gold number 8 takes it all here today. Second position goes to Charles Samper, 26 thousandths of a second short. At the line, Kyle Matthews finishes 3rd, Destin Bowen 4th, Allison Liara 5th. 6th goes to Michael Norman, 7th position to Keith Batson, matching his car number. Laura Chung 8th, Nick Gunther 9th, Quentin Moore 10th, Jack Dunnard 11th, and RJ Bishop will finish in last position. So RJ Bishop will start from the pole at Talladega Superspeedway, the 2nd stop on the IROC Tour. So there's your finishing order here at Daytona International Speedway. Congratulations once again to Mitchell Collins, the winner of race number 1 of round number 1 of the NNSCRA IROC at Daytona. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming Channel. We got everything on the show. We got inter races. We got gaming videos. We got online videos. Whatever the person of the NNSCRA said, the calls ours to have for the channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on this channel. If you want in on Seth's Duracell Cup Series, well, be sure to get with Seth, and he'll get you going on that position as well too. So that will do it here today at Daytona International Speedway here. And for now, this is James Paulson. It's been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 12 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Talladega Superspeedway for round number 2 of the IROC.